Welcome to a very special game. It's Super 3D's Noah's Ark.
Mm-hmm. You forgot the second S in Supers.
Oh, oops. Anyway, this is the Steam release that came out like last year, the year of our Lord 2015. So it's got the same kind of Wolf 3D episode select. This game, as far as I know, is based on the Super Nintendo port of Wolf 3D. Because it's got like the same weird level layout that does. You'll see that later.
Oh, so it's like a skinned version of the port of
but they
Wolf
did
3D?
Yeah, they did build their own levels though.
Oh,
so,
okay.
As you can see, this is just Wolf 3D with textures on the floors and ceilings. And here's our first new bad guy.
It's
Goat.
It's Goat, yeah.
So seeing as this was before our time, this is obviously a very old goat, so we have to see...
Yep, alright,
These are the fruit of his loins.
That seems appropriate.
Yep. So, fun fact, there are two types of animals on the Ark. We've got clean animals and unclean animals, according to the manual. And the clean animals are the goats and, well, basically any regular enemy we encounter. And it says in the manual that Noah uses these guys for food, which is why there's more than two of them.
Isn't there, well, I mean, I guess it depends on the religion, but, okay.
Right.
Also, I see we're putting them to sleep. We're not actually killing them, or rather knocking them out.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. It's a Christian game. You can't go around killing things.
Yeah. So, this guy's got, like, evil black eyes.
It's just a sheep.
Oh, okay.
Look at these famous sheep.
Yeah. Time? Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Person
Never
of
saw
the
that
year,
issue.
sheep.
Yeah. Must have missed that one.
So, basically, you're feeding the animals to put them to sleep, and a lot of them spit at you. Oh, also...
good.
Yeah. Of course. What was I thinking?
Wait. So we're shooting food at them with this slingshot.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yep. And that pacifies them somehow. Also, the health is bandages. And instead of Nazi gold, you get bananas and grapes.
Okay. I'm guessing that's our score replacement then. Just fruit.
I guess. Well, actually, the Super Nintendo did something like that too. Like, there's a score on the left right there, but there's also like a count of how many treasures you got in each level. So that's another weird thing that made it into this.
Okay.
So, here's the end of the level. It's just a set of stairs. But
man, Noah is so happy.
He's psyched.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it's just so happy being on Noah's Ark.
You know, with the same unpainted wood everywhere, wooden chandelier.
Look, he didn't
That's
have
probably
time
dangerous.
For this. He had to prepare for the flood. We're 6 days out from the end of the 40 days and 40 nights of rain. And Carl the camel's causing mischief.
Carl the... Okay.
Yeah, he's...
Alright.
He's the first unclean animal. So, fun fact about this release, it's actually using a source port called EC Wolf, which Wisdom Tree, the developers for this game, actually gave the developer for the source port their source code, and then they used the EC Wolf engine and released this on Steam. Also, this is the chain gun. It's just a turbo chain feeder thing.
Oh my god. So he pulls on the string, which in turn delivers pellets of food onto those stakes, and at the same time turns that pole in the center and flings the food.
Yep.
This is strangely competent for... Well, I mean, I guess he did build the Ark, but wow, how odd.
They're gonna invent a new thing called, like, Noah Punk, where they just build things out of wood.
Oh God.
So this game also has a map, unlike Wolf 3D, which makes it that much better. But it also has some new weapons from the SNES version, but I don't get far enough to find them.
Oh, there were new weapons in the SNES version of Wolfenstein?
Yeah, we'll get to see those.
Ah. Ooh, alright.
So, as per the weird level progression in Wolf 3D on the SNES, level 3 is the first boss level.
Okay. Wait, that early?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh.
World 1
Oh.
has 3 levels, then 2 has 4, then 3 has 5, and so on. Also, here's the boss. It's Carl.
Is that... Oh.
Carl the camel.
Looks like he's gonna lick us.
No, he's like chain gun spitting.
Oh. Alright. I recognize those camels.
Yep,
Pretty distinctly.
they're the notable descendants.
Pretty good camels.
Yep.
Mischief makers, though. For sure.
I also like how Noah just has portraits of himself all over this room.
Well, I mean, what else is he gonna get a portrait of? Goats?
A duck.
I guess so.
Which is weird because there aren't even any ducks to shoot in this game.
It's more like a memorial than a painting.
Rest in peace,
couldn't-
all
he
duck
couldn't s-
kind.
He couldn't save any of the ducks. Little did he know that ducks can float on water,
Oh
so...
man. I
Well-
think that's what happened. He just couldn't save the ducks, but it was okay. They
He
could,
didn't have enough room for the tiny little ducks, of course.
and then ducks evolved. Ducks originally couldn't swim. They had to evolve that, ironically
Right.
enough.
They were birds of flight, but they couldn't fly for 40 days and nights in a row, so they just had to become swimming flightless birds instead.
Man,
All makes sense.
who knew the Bible actually taught evolution? Weird.
It didn't. That's why it's not there. That's why it's a memorial poster.
Oh man.
Also, I like that he has posters way back in this day and age. Just laminated, put up with thumbtacks. Yep.
That's a bit of an anachronism. I wonder
Yeah,
if
just a
Wisdom
bit.
Tree thought this through.
Well, I mean, what even is this thing we're using right now?
It's like a double slingshot, I guess. I don't really understand how it's supposed to work.
Well, I don't think that they were paying attention when they made it because all I see is an upside down star. So,
Oh my.
you know, interpret that as
Uh-oh.
you will.
Noah.
Noah. It's no wonder he looks so happy. He's actually psychotic Satanist. He's just built this giant boat and trapped very specific... You see, why goats? Aren't they associated with the devil?
Oh my
and
god.
Satanism, and he's running around with an upside down star. Oh my god.
God.
Ooh.
How many sacrifices do you think took place on Noah's Ark?
That's why he's putting them to sleep, so that they're easier to deal with.
He's gotta fatten them up for the devil.
Oh god.
Keep an eye out for the hidden rooms, Noah.
I'm on to you. I already forgot who developed this game, but I'm on to you.
It's Wisdom Tree. So if I know, probably not, but if I'm correct,
Wait.
Wisdom Tree actually had like 2 different companies that they published games under. One was not Christian games, and basically those games were like reskins of their Christian games, or vice versa. But basically, this wasn't even supposed to be a Noah's Ark game to begin with. It was the other studio developing that, or publishing it, or whatever. It was supposed to be like a Hellraiser game instead of Noah's Ark.
Weird.
Yeah.
But more on the symbolism of why this is actually secretly like a Satan worship game. The wisdom tree, right? In the Bible, in the story of Adam and Eve, isn't that the tree with the fruit of knowledge? And then they eat the fruit, and then they know everything, and then God kicks them out, and then they
God.
commit, sin and all that fun stuff. I mean, I don't know the exact story.
I'm
but...
more well versed in the Bible. This would be stunning, even though it
I'm
already
not too
kind
well-
of is.
Yeah, I mean, the basic story is there.
Also-
Is that a new enemy we just
Yeah.
glanced over?
Yep. Oops. It's okay.
Oh, well.
We'll get more time with the next one we see. which is
Yeah, that was a bit of a brief encounter. Didn't even get to see what they did.
It's okay. I
But-
found another one.
Oh God!
Hey there, birdie.
What? It's like an ostrich?
Yeah, you got it. I couldn't. I'm not good with big birds. I thought it was an emu at first.
Oh, I mean,
It's espresso.
gross. Oh.
So, fun fact, I actually had to rip these sprites from the game resource files myself because no, jeez, what am I trying to say now?
Nobody had the sprites
Yeah,
online.
there were no sprite
which-
sheets online, so I
Hmm,
had to delve into.
what a surprise, you know?
I had to delve into Wolf 3D modding stuff a little bit. I used a tool called like WDC. It's like Wolfenstein something. Basically,
The compiler.
maybe Wolfenstein Data something. Anyway, I had to use that tool to get these files off. The way Wolfenstein engine files work, basically, you can't like add anything to the game. So to mod it, you have to replace assets that already exist, and this tool lets you replace any asset and also export assets. So that's how I got the sprites, and also, great, I'm good at the Bible.
Oh.
But yeah, it would have worked for Operation Body Count and, Blake Stone and all the other ones too. Basically, they just have they don't have like a unified file structure. They just have a bunch of files with one type of file, I guess, in it. And,
I see.
this tool can just like recognize that. I don't know, it's like magic, but the palette's not actually right the first time, so you actually have to go into one of the files and get the game palette out, and then tell this program to use the game palette. Otherwise, you get weird Windows 8 rainbow colors.
Oh. That's a little archaic, if I have to say.
Yep, palettes, man.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I went through. I had to reach inside the guts of Noah's Ark.
Speaking of guts, it looks like ours are probably hanging out by now.
All right.
I guess there's.
It's fine.
Oh.
We got a
Wow.
god ball or
Indeed.
something.
Uh,
It's just
One
like
of-
Noah
one
gritting
of
his
Noah's
teeth,
many fragments of his own soul, or something.
and it's furious.
Yeah.
My God. Heh.
That's a familiar noise.
What the?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Almost like it's a generic noise, like
Almost.
on a sound CD or something.
Yeah, like a stock sound effect or something.
Weird. Who would go and do something like that?
Couldn't think of anyone, really.
Man. Good grief. Alright.
Wow, this is really difficult when you don't have your devil technology for feeding goats.
Oh, you think that's what it is? That technology's
Yeah.
the devil? That's why it's a pentagram?
Yeah, of course. I'm sure I've heard something about that eventually somewhere, that technology is sin and whatever.
So when you're out of feed, you have to hand feed them with like grains or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
I got spat upon to death again.
I imagine this isn't going to go very well from here on.
No, probably not. I think you're right. Also,
No, if I had to guess.
I like how the screen turns blue when you get spit on. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Better than red? I mean, they're not spitting blood at you. Not yet.
That's after the
That's later.
sacrifice, I'm sure.
Or during, depends. Depends on how it goes, really.
So apparently, like, there are like 300 Bible questions or something like that. Just like
Oof.
every time you pick up one of those things, it draws from a pool of a lot of multiple choice questions.
I wonder how much data that takes up.
I don't know. It's actually a text file in one of the lumps, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I asked that, because if you put enough text on a text file, it gets to a couple kilobytes pretty quickly.
I guess so. Oh God.
What?
Noah's in a bad way.
Yeah, looking kind of shocked that, I mean, what are those supposed to be anyways? Windows?
Broken cages.
I see.
Man. I think my favorite thing in this game is how when you die, Noah's just smiling.
Oh. Huh.
He knows he's going to heaven. Oh my God. Did you really need this much food for 40 days, Noah?
Better question. Did you really need this many goats in general for any... Why goats? Why not get an animal that's easier to herd?
Well, because
And
goats are satanic. We've discussed
So,
this.
so is it like... Okay, well then if let's assume... Let's not go with the worst case scenario here. Let's assume that Noah's actually a pretty good guy, and that he's eating the goats because they're evil.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure I was going with that. It still doesn't make any sense why you would have so many goddamn goats. Oh, excuse me for using the Lord's name in vain, but...
Also, it tries to guilt trip you instead of tease you when you exit. It's like, if you leave, the animals will be hungry.
Good, they're all goats. They're evil. Let them starve. Also, ostriches are dicks.
They kind of are. Did you ever see that video of like an ostrich chasing down like a jeep in like the desert or something like that?
Yeah, they do that. I heard a story about that as well. They're terrifying. They're assholes. They're probably also satanic animals, if I had to guess.
They're like big geese.
Huge geese, really.
My God.
Are you as tall as an ostrich? I didn't think so.
On that note, the end.
Alright. Well, tails, we do your videos. Heads, we do mine, I guess.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
I fucked that up. Let me try again. And it's tails.
We're gonna crash!
Ah! Nice and close.
Oh no, it's the ASMR.
Well, no, I would have to go around to specific parts of the microphone, but I can't do that very well. I can just make it sound like I'm walking away. Goodness gracious gravy. Alright, are you ready for passable gravy?
I'm ready for almost gravy.
Halfway gravy.
Nearly gravy.
Nearly gravy. Partially gravy.
50% gravy.
Yeah. It was gravy and then you dumped mustard in it.
Used to be gravy.
Oh, God. What did it become? Actually, don't answer that. Like they made perfectly good gravy and then they kept going. It's missing something. I need grapes.
Grapevy.
Grapevy. There we go. It doesn't get any worse than that. The end. Puzzle solved. Mystery complete. Let's go home, gang.
Let's go home and search for clues.
For what?
You know, I hadn't thought that through.
How to get a life? Jesus. Like, you ever think it's weird this is all we do? Nobody pays us to do this, man.
What the hell else are we going to do during our summer vacation, Shaggy?
But, like, summer vacation's been on since the 70s. Oh, it's like 2016, man. I miss my family.
You know, fun fact, Fred's the same voice that he was 40 years ago or whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Oh. It's like how Mark Hamill is still the Joker.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker. I'll never get over the fact that he's both of those.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until like last year.
Yeah, it took, even after I learned that, it took a while for that to click.
Right.
Like, it wasn't within the bounds of reality. It was some eldritch knowledge shit.
My God.
I can't even begin to do a Mark Hamill Joker. It's such a great voice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh man, you're gonna love Arkham Knight. Just so much Mark Hamill Joker. You can't even handle it.
But Joker's dead.
Yeah, but oh man, I can't say anything. It's so good. It's so good.
My God.
It's the only thing I ever wanted from Batman, and I got it in
Joker.
Arkham Knight. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Pretty much. Yeah.
My God.
Joker and Batman are best buddies, according to Joker, a.k.a. Ghost Joker, a.k.a. very morbidly aware that he's dead Joker.
I couldn't save Joker. Now he haunts my dreams. Hey there, bats!
Yep. Ah, I can't say anything though. It's so good. It's so good. All right, let's get to this before I nerd out too much.
I miss my clown friend. I miss my clown.
You know, I will say one thing. Batman never responds to Joker at all. So I think that he's just like tearing up too much every time Joker's there to say anything.
Master Wayne, it's your birthday, and I thought you might enjoy this. He brings like a party clown to his bedroom.
Batman just tears up and like does his cape flip thing and flies out the window.
Hey there, Batman! It's me, Bonzo the Clown. Not
it's
like
just
this.
Not the same.
It's not the same. Good grief, Batman! You've got problems. Tell me, Bonzo, how many people have you killed?
What? That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Like he actually starts sweating nervously, like he has killed people.
I haven't killed a soul.
Batman suddenly gets like this really interested look.
Go on, tell me more about how you didn't kill anyone. I'm a perfectly innocent man, you see. There are no skeletons in my closet, that's for sure. Oh,
Alfred,
whoops.
I'm gonna set up a crime scene.
I'm back.
Oh God, fucking Batman! What a weirdo.